Hi again then guys, and welcome to of course another speed tune for Gran Turismo Sport, in particular for Special Stage Route X, and this is a car which was always popular for top speed racing in GT6, the Aston One-77. Now it's nowhere near as powerful now as it was in that game, but it is still very good. It's similar to the Supra in terms of its straight line ability. The handling is better, I would say, than probably a lot of other tunes that are out there, because of course that's one of the signature things about my speed tunes, the stability through the corner as well. Now as far as the upgrades, I'd recommend the highest power, of course, the lowest weight as well. As far as traction control, of course that's down to you. I'd recommend having it turned off. As far as the tyres, super softs on the front and the back. For the suspension, we've got the ride height on 110, and again, that's what I often do with these tunes. It's part of why they have good handling, which seems counterintuitive, but it works, trust me. As far as the frequency, you want that as high as possible, anti-roll as low as possible, and then for the dampers, again, if you've used one of my other tunes from the past few days, you know the drill by this point, as low as possible on that as well. Neutral camber, neutral toe. If you find that you want it to be even more stable, then try putting the camber on 1 degree on the front and back, but it should be okay already. But as far as the diff, I'd recommend the lowest initial torque, the highest acceleration and the highest braking, and then finally for the gearbox, obviously you want the fully customized transmission, an auto setting of 280 miles per hour. Then as far as the individual gears, I've gone for 2.8, 1.8, 1.3, 1, 800, 675, and a final drive of 3.4. So that's it for the tune. Now of course what you always want to see is what speed it can actually do and how it handles itself on Route X. Now the 177 was never one of my personal go-to choices for Route X racing. It just didn't really do it for me, but I can certainly see why people do like it. It's very good. As far as its performance now, of course it's nowhere near as fast as it was in the last game, but it's still quick. Being on par with the Supra is actually about right for this car. That's pretty much what it was in the last game as well. They were both in like the 295 region, give or take, so again, it's pretty close. It can cruise at 267 on the flat under its own power. You've got, of course, more slipstream potential there as well. And of course with the interior, you've also got the speed in kilometers as well. I can't recall what that cruising speed is in kilometers, 267, but of course if you use the tune, you can see for yourself. As far as overall ability, I would put this at like the moderate to high level. It's not one of the absolute best cars. That's stuff like the Enzo, the GTR, the Ford GT, the Corvette C7. This one isn't quite that level, but it's on a similar kind of performance feel to stuff like the Diablo, or the Supra, or the Lamborghini Veneno. So it's in good company as far as the kind of car that it is. So if you do decide to use this tune, of course I hope you have a ton of fun with it. It is a good car, just not the absolute best thing out there. And of course stick around on the channel for more speed tunes, and click here on screen to this playlist to see all of my other speed tunes as well. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.